to Jeannie's guitar class. I'm Jeannie Carter, and today we're going to work with a blues rhythm pattern in 4/4 time and in the key of E that gives you some practice strumming bar chords. This video will be divided into two parts. Part 2 of this video, which will be posted next week, expands on the 2-string blues picking rhythm we worked on in the last video, and you will learn how to put two pieces of music together. It's very important to be able to play along with other instruments that are doing something different. That is what happens when you play in a band. Each band member will play something different and maybe even use different instruments. But when you put all the parts together, you have beautiful music. So don't miss next week's Part 2 video. Also, if you haven't watched my Jeannie's Guitar Class Easy 2-String Picking Rhythm YouTube video yet, please take some time to check it out. Alright, it's time to get started. So grab your guitar and let's have some fun. Make sure your guitar is in tune and is tuned to standard 440 tuning. You must be in standard tune to play along with this video. The strumming pattern I'm going to show you is in the blues style vein and is in the key of E. Watch as I demonstrate the goal we will be working for. Okay, the first chord we will start with is E7. If you don't know how to make the E7 chord or how to make bar chords, you will need to watch my Jeannie's Guitar Class YouTube videos on 7th chords and bar chords before working with this video. Okay, go ahead and form your E7 chord. Now, we will strum down once and then pick the 6th string open like this. Let's try just that E7 part together. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Now, we're going to add in a mystery chord. I say mystery chord because I'm not quite sure what this chord's called. I know it is in the E chord family, but I don't know its official name. I think it is some form of E dominant suspended chord, but I'm not sure. If anyone watching knows what this chord is called, please leave me a comment below. For this video, let's just call it E2. The chord diagram shows the first finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and the 4th finger is on the 5th string, 4th fret, like this. Now, we're going to strum the chord like this. Listen while I play and pay particular attention to the point of emphasis. What I am doing here is strumming down fully on the downstroke of the E2 chord, but the upstroke is emphasized by strumming only across the 1st to 3rd strings and maybe barely hitting on the 4th string. Just let it trail off somewhere in this range. You want those high-pitched strings dominant here. The last part I played on this E2 chord was to pick the 6th string open with a downstroke. Before we try this together, let me make a comment here. This use of the pick, like I did on this E2 chord, makes your music have feeling and depth, and it keeps the music from sounding mechanical. Learning to use your picking hand is just as important as your chording hand. In guitar playing, you will use both hands to help create an emotional response. In other words, to create a feel to the music. I want to feel the music, not just hear it. All right, let me play this E2 chord again so you can see and hear. Okay, let's try just this E2 chord together. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Good job. Now, let's put the E7 and E2 chord parts together to sound like this. Are you ready to try? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. All right. Now, let's play this for 4 measures. This E7 to E2 chord pattern we just played would be the 1-2 count of a 4-beat measure. So that means we have to play this E7 to E2 chord pattern 4 times to make it 1 measure. Let me show you what I mean. This would be 1 measure. Now, we are going to play this for 4 measures. It will sound like this. Ready to try it? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Great. Now we're going to add in the A7 root 6 bar chord, and we're going to use our pinky finger or 4th finger to tap on the 5th string 9th fret. Notice how I will also release pressure on the strings with my chording hand to give a blunt sound to the playing, and also notice the open up stroke before all the chord changes in this video. Let me show you how this should sound. Adding the 4th finger into the mix will make quite a stretch, so you may have to practice this quite a bit to get the reach here. We will play this A7 portion for 2 measures like this. Are you ready to try this A7 bar chord together? Okay, let's do it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Good job. Now, you will notice that that was actually a downstroke on the open. So instead of it being an upstroke this time, the open part was on the downstroke open. Okay, let's put it together from the beginning. We will start with E7 and go through the end of the A7 bar chord strumming like this. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Now we're going to change back to the E7 to E2 portion of the pattern for 2 measures. So let's start from the beginning and play all the way through until we finish the E7 to E2 portion of the strum for 2 measures. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Awesome. Now let's add the B7 root 6 bar chord into the mix. We will play the B7 bar chord like we did with the A7 bar chord by using the pinky finger to tap onto the 5th string 11th fret like this. We will play this B7 bar chord for 1 measure. So let's try it together. And don't forget your open. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. All right. Now let's put it together. All the way from the beginning up to the B7 bar chord. Ready? Here we go. From the beginning. 1, 2, 3, go. Now we're going to change to the A7 bar chord for 1 measure. So let's try to get that far. Ready? From the beginning. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Great job. We're almost there. Now we're going to change back to the E7 to E2 chord pattern. It will get a little different here because we're moving into the turnaround phase of the music. What we will do here is play the E7 to E2 chord for 1 complete measure and then play E7 once more. The change to the E2 at this point will only have 1 downstroke on it. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, let's try just this part together. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. How'd you do? That was a bit tricky, wasn't it? Now, let's add the last part of the turnaround in. We will be changing to the B7 bar chord here, but it will be strummed a bit different. We will play this B7 bar chord like this. Did you notice this B7 bar chord had a different beat? It was still in 4/4 time, but the beat was different. And this is because it is part of the turnaround. Let's try just the B7 bar chord together. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Awesome! Now you have just completed one sequence of this blues rhythm pattern in 4/4 time. Pat yourself on the back because this is not easy to accomplish. I'm proud of you. If you haven't got this smoothly yet, don't worry. Just keep practicing until you can play it in your sleep. All right, at this point, you can start at the beginning and play this sequence as many times as you want to play it until you want to end it. Once you play to a point you want to stop, just strum down once on the E7 chord and let it ring out. This gives an ending to the music. Okay, let's play this blues rhythm pattern together all the way through for 2 sequences. On the second time around, we will end on the E7 chord by strumming down once. Ready to play? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, this concludes our lesson on the blues rhythm pattern in 4/4 time. Make sure to watch next week's video when we will work on part 2 of this blues rhythm pattern. That's when we will learn how to put this rhythm together with the 2-string blues picking. You won't want to miss that. Remember to set aside at least 30 minutes a day to practice, and you'll soon see great improvement in your guitar playing. All right, I hope you enjoyed and learned something from this video. If you'd like to see more of Jenny's guitar class videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.